Nick, wake up, wake up. We got a test today.
What?
I think it's like World War II or something.
World War II? Well, I'm not prepared for that.
Oh, I can help you with World War II.
Wait, what?
You have help for us?
Wait, we have a quiz? Nah, I'm asleep, man. I know nothing about it. God.
Oh boy, do I have a video for you.
Ain't this what we've been waiting for?
World War II!
You ready? I used to pray for times like this, to stay neutral like this, so I had to lobby Congress like that to miss the war like this. In a matter of time I spent on some trees and ifs in the back of the limousine, all eyes on me, see my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was time to enter the war, and I said this one number 2. They trying to bless me like I said I'd chew. Let the Nazis bleed, enemy please for the London leaves, catch and carried. Never let Germany get in between of what we started. Little Roosevelt, but I'm lying harder. They love me when I trade and they hate when I intervene. I go and get it regardless, quickly like a convict. No losing, went straight to winning with nukes in my garage. Got foreign leaders screaming, losing, hiding, and rivaling, anything for a win. They tell me get 'em, I got 'em. Couldn't do it without them. I did this war with Churchill. Lil Prez, I'm on fire. Icy as a new deal. New Bork boy, I'm a Yankee. When I got the little boy, they thought it was Leaf. Then I got the fat man, Japanese, rest in peace. Nazis, rest in peace to them boys in Germany. Sherman's so big, can't even fit in the Normandy shore. You ain't talking about my troops, then what you talking about? Patriots moving sides, and we don't die a lot. I don't say a word, Normally the turning point, they got what they deserve. Wait a minute, y'all thought I was finished? When Germany made the push, they weren't really with it. Flexing on these Nazis, I'm like TR on his moose. Double V, that's my goal, I'm the captain, pound lieutenant. I'm the type to win a million wars and get cash like I'm broke. That Benzo, my new whip, show ride like my Noah. I'm pushing Nazi Germany with troops strapped to their toes, cause them boys want me dead and I gotta make it back home. Cause my country need that bar money, rationing on milk. These Japanese try to take my life, they mess around, get nuked. They mess around, get nuked. Hiroshima and Nagasaki, you mess around, get nuked. All I know is killing. When it comes to me, I got young bulls that's rolling. I got alleys throwing bees. I done free the POWs, I done killed the Japanese. Every time I'm in the war, I get to throw in multi-beats. I'm hanging out on that benzo, riding down on Germans. They like my neighbors back home, them young bloods be wildin'. We patriots and we're winning, like Batman and we're Robin. And this two sides front, and them Nazis be declining. America, what up? America, what up? If you ain't part that alley game, then your boy's messed up. You can miss me with that war, I'll get your little ass shot up. When we touch down in Normandy, you know that war life ain't good. Catch you down in KIA with the war bonds we could. With those rubber boots to my feet like the little engine that could. Boy, I slide down your bunker like Hitler on the block. And they be throwing millions in the same room and they fought. And I'm the prez of my country cause I'm making them treaties. That Paris, that Yalta, that Potsdam Conference. I'm the same prez from New Zealand, I hate communists. The same guy that was my ally is now my enemy. And these communists on me, containment the policy. Still got them nukes with their memorial seat. They gon' remember me, I said remember me. So bad treaties, my allies turn to enemy. And when there's nukes, our allies turn to enemies. With them commies building walls right there in Germany. Told up USSR saw build up, Stalin Iron Curtain. And if I leave, you think those commies is gonna stop building bombs? It was something about that Stalin when he first shook my hand. Had me feeling like One Direction when Zayn left that band.
I think the coast is clear. Keep your eyes peeled for them Nazis.
Look at this view.
Ethan Juden.
No, Private Johnny! Oh no, I have no material.
Here, man, here's some bandages.
The first part of the song takes place before World War II. Franklin Delano Roosevelt says he must stay neutral like this in order to stay out of the war. FDR then says it's time to enter the war, but the U.S. does not join the war yet. Instead, the U.S. offers aid to the Allies. Because U.S. citizens didn't want us to intervene, Roosevelt instituted the Lend-Lease Act, which authorized the president to transfer arms or any other defense materials to any country who the president deems vital to the American defense. This meant aiding the Allies. Roosevelt also instituted cash and carry, which replaced the Neutrality Acts of 1936 by allowing the sale of materials to belligerents as long as the nation transported the goods on their own. This also allowed the U.S. to support the Allies while remaining neutral. Many citizens thought this was intervening and were against the policies, but lion-hearted FDR did it anyway. The next several lines reference the nuclear program and FDR's New York heritage, as well as his New Deal policies. Although FDR did not drop Little Boy or Fat Man, they would have a great impact on the end of the war. Next, the song talks about the Normandy invasions. This is considered the turning point in the European theater and is widely known as D-Day. Sherman was one of the American tanks used in the war, but the invasion was mostly infantry. At this point, the U.S. took control in Europe and pushed onward to Berlin. Months earlier, the Nazis lost at the Battle of the Bulge, which became a first sign of defeat. This allowed the Allies to flex on them like TR on his moose, which is a reference to Theodore Roosevelt's Bull Moose Party and a famous image of him riding a moose. The song then mentions Double V, which was an anti-racism campaign that sought victory at home, supporting civil rights, and abroad, defeating the Nazis. Then the song brings up Lieutenant General Patton, who led the U.S. forces during World War II. It says that he rides in the Enola, which references the Enola Gay, the plane that dropped the nukes in Japan. A few lines later, this event is explained after the Japanese mess around. The funding for the Manhattan Project, the nuclear development program, and all other U.S. war actions came in large part from war bonds, while resources came from rationing back home, which forced citizens to use less so the army could have more. The song then shifts to post-war. The Allies throw in V's, which was Winston Churchill's sign for victory. The Allies freed the prisoners of war who were kept in concentration camps all around Europe. Many believe the Nazis' greatest mistake was to fight a war on two fronts. Fighting in France and Russia spread their forces thin and led to their decline. The song then references everything that helped the Allies win from the point of view of President Truman. The war bonds helped to pay for expensive costs of the war, while conservation of resources at home helped to provide rubber to the troops. Truman then talks about his post-war policies after signing the peace treaties at the Paris Peace Conference, Yalta, and Potsdam conferences. Germany owed millions in reparations, which they only recently paid back. Truman was a president from Missouri who fought communists after the war. The U.S.'s ally Russia became its worst enemy as the early stages of the Cold War began to develop. Truman's policy against commies was containment. This meant the U.S. wouldn't necessarily eradicate communism, but it would be sure to contain it to where it already was. The U.S. used nukes and their continued production of nukes to threaten the USSR, which was building its own nukes. This created more bad blood between the former allies, whose tensions led to the building of the Berlin Wall, which trapped West German citizens surrounded by communist East Germans. Soviets and Americans became completely separated as Stalin put up the Iron Curtain, not allowing any secrets out.